Hello everybody, welcome to another review for March Martial Arts Madness Month. Which, today I think March break is over, but you know, March Madness Month continues till the end of the month, or until maybe another four reviews actually, because I'm going to be busy the very next 2 weeks. I'm going to be very busy, so yeah, I'm not. If I do upload videos, they're gonna be at like 9 or 10 Eastern Standard Time, right? Maybe even like midnight. I don't know. So that's the update I was gonna talk about, you know, in my last post. So yeah, today I'm reviewing the Takashi Miike film 13 Assassins, which is 2 hours and 21 minutes according to Google. I'm pretty sure this movie's only 2 hours and maybe 5 minutes, so I don't know if there was an extended cut, right? So yeah, this is an action adventure film directed by Takashi Miike, starring Koji Yakusho as Shinzemon Shimida, Takayuki Yamada as Shinrokuro Shimada, who you'll know from the Crow Zero movie. You have Iki Samura as Genjiro Mitsuhashi, Yusuke Iseya as Kotoa Kiga, who he was Jotaro Kujo in Takashi Miike's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 film. You got Sosuke Takova as Hiroki and Arata Furuta as Shahara, right? They're not showing me the rest of the cast. So yeah, this movie, I didn't know this when I first watched this movie, like almost 13 years ago. Right, probably wasn't 13 years ago because I bought the Blu-ray, right? So that probably took a while. But yeah, this movie, I remember when this movie first came out, right? People were saying like this was Japan's version of like 300, and boy does it feel like it if you watch the movie, right? Which I didn't know this movie was based off a remake when I originally watched the film, which the original came out in 1963. Right, which the original was also based off historical events. So the movie is about the movie takes place in 19th century Japan, when the shogunate government system was still in place, and is about how the illegitimate half brother of the shogun gets legitimized and is about to join the shogun's council and be named the next heir, because the shogun, I'm assuming, doesn't have kids, right? And this is very bad news for the people of Japan, because the shogun's brother is a fucking sociopath. Like, the movie almost starts off like as a horror film, because like you have the shogun's assistant. Well, the movie starts off with a harakiri scene where a guy commits suicide in protest to this psychopath becoming the next shogun's heir, right? This leads to the shogun's brother, the psychopath, having the samurai's families arrested and then tied up for him to use as target practice, which including the targets are kids and women, right? So this guy, complete sociopath. So the shogun's main assistant, or like the second in command of the shogun, sends for Shinzemon Shimada to go to have a meeting with him, so he could basically convince this guy to commit treason and come up with a plot to assassinate the shogun's brother, right? Which one of the things he uses to like convince him is not just the father of a samurai lord who was playing host to the shogun's brother, only for the shogun's brother to force himself on his son's newlywed wife and kill his son, right? So, and then there's also the thing where, like, in the region where the shogun's brother was in charge of, they were taxing the people to near starvation, right? So the people revolted, and the shogun's brother took the daughter of the peasant leader and had her arms, legs, and even tongue cut off, and used her as basically a sex toy till he threw her out, right? And there's like a tragic scene where Shinzemon asks her what happened to your family, and she writes on a piece of paper using like a paint, like a ink brush with her teeth. She paints "Total Massacre," right, which he uses at the end of the movie, right? So yeah, what happens is that after that, Shinzemon gathers a team of samurai, which the second, like the other samurai in charge of forming the team is actually the star of the Flower Flute Murders, and the one of the main leads of New Battles Without Honor and Humanity, that film. So that guy is like a legend in like the Japanese cinema, where he plays like a lot of samurai and yakuza characters, which obviously Takashi Miike has directed a lot of yakuza films, so obviously he would probably be a fan of this guy, which I wasn't expecting much from this guy, because I think he was like in his 60s or 70s, and when the movie, during the filming of the movie, but he was actually pretty badass. So it's like, wow, the Japanese old man actors give like what Western actors a run for their money, like especially with like fucking Robert De Niro, man. During that like scene where he beats the shit out of the guy in the what was it called, The Irishman. Oh my god, that movie. Yeah, so like one of the he forms a team, and it's like the best swordsman. You have the one Japanese Korean actor from the first '90s Gamera film is a Ronin under Shimada's employ, who joins the team, and he's fucking badass in the film. There's like a scene where like he kills like 5 guys in 2 seconds, and the last guy's on fire, and he cuts the dude in half, and it's like you just see like flames, like his face, like like glowing in flames. I don't know, like not flames, but like it's fucking beautiful, awesome scenes in the movie, right? And yeah, they come up with this plan to kill the Shogun's brother, because he's en route to the Akashi lands, which is the name of the Shogun's family, right? So they have to catch him. They have to kill him before he goes to Akashi lands, right? So they come up with this plan to buy a fucking town that's en route to the Shogun's castle or whatever, and they turn the fucking town into a death trap, right? Where they have explosives, they have like boulders on roofs of houses, which I thought they were gonna collapse the roofs and they were gonna tumble onto them. That ended up not happening, but I think it was more like so when they put the rocks on the roof so they can, like, I don't know, so that houses would fall faster when they exploded them. I don't know, right? But yeah, there's like snakes. There's like they light bulls on CGI bulls on fire to trample the Shogun soldiers. Which there's a scene where they're waiting for the Shogun's entourage to show up, right? And he's late, and they're like, what's taking so long? Only for him to show up, and the Shogun's entourage was only supposed to be like 70 guys. They show up, and it's like over 200, and there's only like 13. There's only 13 of them, which the last member of the team is what they thought was a bandit. The guy who said he was a hunter that they found like strung up, right in the in the mountains where they were taking a shortcut so they could get to the town before ahead of the Shogun's entourage, right? And like yeah, he ends up joining the team, and his whole thing is that he was tied up because he had an affair with the boss's woman, Upashi, which there's a hilarious deleted scene in the movie, right? Where I'm not gonna say what happens, but there's a hilarious scene with that character in a brothel, right? And also the guy from the dad from Survive Family Style 5 is in that scene. It's fucking hilarious. It's worth getting the Blu-ray just for that scene. That scene that was fucking hilarious, and I kind of understand why they didn't put it in the movie when the movie's supposed to be like this serious, like action, like action movie, right? Which a lot of great action scenes in the movie, right? I was surprised because it's like the movie's 2 hours. It's like at like the 45-minute point where like where they set things in motion, right? But there are action scenes before that, right? Usually with the Korean guy, which what is his name, man? Oh my god. So let's see if I can get the full cast. Yeah, it was Tsuyoshi Ihara who played the Ronin character, Hiroyama Kojiro, right? Who also has an apprentice in the movie. His Korean name for people who want to know is Yeon Yu-gu, right? Which for people who don't know, a lot of the Koreans, I don't know if they made everybody do this, but like when Koreans started immigrating to Japan, they would make you like change your name to a Japanese name. So that's why like a lot of like Korean like you'll have Japanese Korean actors will have a Japanese name and a Korean name, right? So yeah, he was probably the most badass samurai in the film, man. He was great, right? Who was the other guy? I probably should. Hiroki Matsukata, the guy, that's the second command guy. I was thinking of he would have been like oh wait, he would have been. Let me do the math here. He would have been like in 60. I think 66 or 67 at the time of this movie was released, right? Was filming. So okay, but still badass for like a guy who's like that old to like to be doing action scenes. Which there's a thing where the head I think his name is Sir Doi. The head like security of the Shogun's brother is actually a classmate of Shinsei Zaimon, which they were like friends that attended the same like samurai swordsman school, like dojo, right? Where they have like a rivalry in the film where they were best friends, but because of circumstances they're enemies. So there is some shit where that's kind of like what's the word? Like cliche, where they have like they have the old like shivery debate where it's like, oh, what's more important, like being loyal to your master or serving the people, right? Which we all know that like knights and samurai or all that shit was it was always the masters first, people probably on the bottom list. Except for like folk heroes like Jubei Yagu, right? Which there's there's like after the there's a oh sorry I forgot to mention there is a badass duel right between Shinzemon and Surdoi, which was pretty badass, even though it's a little bit anticlimactic. But you know, it fits with the film, and I really like the scene where they killed the bad guy, who is fucking crazy, right? Is fucking insane in the movie. Which you even have, it's the battle scenes in the movie are pretty badass too, because like you have like people are like you have people that go crazy, like henchmen of the Shogun's brother go crazy and like will start attacking like you know each other. It's like that was fucking awesome. Like this movie is an 8 out of 10 awesome movie, right? If you haven't seen, check it out. And if you're a Takashi Miike film, definitely check it out. This is probably my favorite film of his, which is, you know, God, people are gonna say, "Oh, that's bullshit." His best movies are Ichi the Killer or like Audition or whatever. I don't know. To me, this is his best film. I could be wrong, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, 8 out of 10. I still haven't decided my next movie review. Maybe we'll do a poll. We're gonna do like a Hollywood martial arts action film. So I'm gonna include Street Fighter. I'm gonna include Bloodsport, right? And we'll throw in like, you know, a Chuck Norris or, you know, maybe a Bruce Lee film. I don't know. Peace.